I'm a multimillionaire, and when my family visits, I rent an apartment to pretend that's where I live. My brother found out about my first business deal 6 years ago, and within a week, he'd called me 3 times asking for $40,000. I didn't lend it. He didn't speak to me for 2 years. That told me everything I needed to know. I didn't grow up with money. My parents worked long hours for average pay, and we never went without. But there were no vacations, no extras, no margin for error. I watched my mom clip coupons at the kitchen table on Sunday nights. I understood early that money was something you were careful with, not something you talked about out loud. So when I moved abroad at 22, I kept things quiet. I was building slowly. I wasn't rich yet. I was just focused and trying to be smart about it. I called home every couple of weeks and kept the conversations light. How's the weather? How's the dog? How's grandma? Normal stuff. Then I landed my first real contract. A deal that netted me just over $200,000 in 4 months. I made the mistake of telling my brother. We were close back then, or at least I thought we were. He congratulated me, asked questions, seemed genuinely happy. Then the calls started, 3 in 1 week. The first was catching up. The second was a favor. The third was a number, $40,000. He had a plan, he said. He just needed a little help getting started. I said no. I said it calmly, kindly, but clearly. He hung up, and that was it. 2 years of silence. No birthday text, no holiday call, nothing. When he finally reached out, it was like nothing happened. Hey, stranger. Long time. I played along, but I never forgot, and I started paying much closer attention to the rest of them. My cousin called after my second business cleared. I don't know how she found out, but she did. She needed help with a medical bill. It felt real. I sent the money and never heard from her again until the following year when there was another bill. My aunt started texting me real estate articles, broad hints about how the family could benefit from someone with capital. My mom started asking about my plans differently, not curious, but calculating, like she was scanning for an opening. I don't think they're bad people. I think money just does something to relationships when it shows up uninvited. It shifts the weight of everything. Suddenly, you're not a person anymore, you're a resource. And once that shift happens, it's almost impossible to undo. So I undid it a different way. My assistant books apartments whenever family visits. A clean 2-bedroom in a normal neighborhood. Nothing embarrassing, but nothing impressive. I built a kit, a duffel bag with clothes I wore in my 20s, worn jeans, faded shirts, a jacket with a broken zipper I never fixed, mismatched plates from a thrift store for $11, a coffee maker that works but looks like it's been through something, a small stack of bills on the counter suggesting someone living carefully inside a tight budget. I park my car 4 blocks away and ride share to the rental. My real apartment is 20 minutes across the city. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a kitchen I had custom built, a closet that is genuinely the size of the spare bedroom I'm faking. Nobody in my family has ever seen it. Last month, my mom and sister flew in for a week. I picked them up in a rideshare and watched my sister's face the whole drive. We got to the rental and I carried their bags up. Day 2, she did a slow walk through the apartment with this look like she was trying to decide what to say. This is it? I shrugged. Rent's rough out here. She nodded slowly like that made sense, like it explained something she'd been wondering. That night, we ordered takeout and ate it on the couch. My sister reached for the bill before I could and said, "Let me get this one." I just stared at her. This is a woman who once sat across from me at a restaurant and let me pay for 4 people without looking up from her phone. I said nothing. I let her pay. Day 4, my mom came and sat next to me while I was making coffee. She put her hand on the side of my face the way she used to when I was small and said, "You look tired. You're working too hard for too little." I nearly laughed. I own 4 companies. But in that moment, the way she looked at me, that was her. Not the one who calls with questions that are really requests. Not the one who mentions things are tight back home in a tone that's actually an invoice. Just my mom, worried about her kid. That's what nobody tells you about having money. You don't lose people because they find out.